Thank you so much, Dorina, for joining us this morning. I'm sure this will be very helpful for all of our students who are watching us on Facebook. Yeah, and let's start talking about how to stay fit during lockdown.
Wonderful. Well, welcome everyone. Thank you for joining me. If you're live, that's great. I can see some of you. If you're watching on Facebook, feel free to pop in comments in the comment section, any questions you have throughout, and I'll do the best I can to answer all of them. If you think you have questions afterwards, you can follow me on Facebook or Instagram, drop me messages. Feel free to ask anything, anytime, and I'll reply whenever I can. But yeah, so before we get started, who am I, right? Let's get to know, I would say, each other, but the most important is for you to get to know me now, since not everyone knows me. So my name is Dorina, and I'm also a personal trainer, fitness instructor, Strong Nation instructor, Zumba instructor, Zumba Kids instructor, and many more hats that I'm wearing, but I'm not gonna go into all of them today. I'm only gonna stick to fitness and health. All right, so just to tell you a little bit about myself, how did I even get into this job? So a while back, I was born and I grew up in Romania. You might be able to tell by my accent, it's slightly different, just slightly, right? Not too different. And I used to play professional volleyball there. I also played for Ipswich for a little bit, which was good fun, and I do miss it. But time is tight, so I cannot really do everything as much as I would like to. So I've always had a passion for sports. I've always had a passion for fitness. It kept me active. It kept me looking forward to something, especially when it came to team sports. I love that. Doing it in a group together as a community was great fun. And after a while, because I was playing for my high school, I had to stop. I finished high school. I got a job in a fast food. Yeah, great place to work, don't get me wrong, but was not the best for my health. So without noticing, I've gained a lot of weight, like a lot of it. 1 year later, I got on the scale and I was like in shock. I was like, what is going on? What did I do to myself? Because days go by and you might not notice. So I was like, okay, it's not just the number on the scale, it's just the unhealthy lifestyle I used to have. Like, maybe you can relate to this, and it's perfectly normal if you do, because I know exactly the feeling. So waking up, eating whatever, whenever, mostly high sugar products, like cookies, chocolate. Chocolate was my weakness. I still like chocolate. We'll talk about that later. So eating all these fast foods and available foods, things are very quick. Working in the fast food didn't help because there's always fried stuff, sauces. Yeah, of course there was meat and all that, but you would go for a deep fried choice, wouldn't you? Because it tastes better. So yeah, this is how I ended up gaining a little bit of weight, a lot, I would say. Of course, water was not something I used to drink. It used to be Coke, Sprite, Pepsi, stuff like that. I think, and this is really bad, but I think I went through 1 year barely drinking any water. All my liquid intake was sugar-based. So it was a bit worrying when I was thinking about my health. So I said, okay, enough is enough. And you know, when you reach that point where you say, oh, enough is enough, and you put your foot down, the next step is to action it, to actually do something about it. So what I did, I joined the gym for the first time in my life. I had no idea what to do in that gym. I stepped foot, I saw all those machines, I looked at them and I was like, okay, studio it is, going into the studio, going to attend some classes. And 10 months later, I lost a lot of weight. It was about 20 kilograms, which is quite a lot. But what actually happened, not only that I lost the weight, I've gained a passion for fitness even more, for health, for well-being. It's not just seeing the results physically, but it's how it made me feel. And then I moved here. One of the classes I was teaching in Romania as well was Zumba, and I decided to carry on doing that here. Doing that, a lot of people asked about one-to-one personal training. So I decided to do a course, qualify as a personal trainer as well. And then the story continues. So here I am. I am the founder of Fitness Formula. I don't know if you've heard of it, but you can search it on Facebook, on Instagram. It is my little business where I help people get healthy, get fit, and just find what works for them. And this is why we're here today. And this is why I thought it would be a good idea to have a chat with you and see exactly what works for you. I found what worked for me, and it's great. And it didn't just work on a temporary basis, but it is now part of my lifestyle. So yeah, why not do the same thing? So I know it all sounds nice and cheesy. The truth is, it wasn't easy to start with. It never is it? But always start with day one. Don't overthink it. Don't think about, oh, how long will it take for me to get there? Just think about, what is it that I can do today to improve my health? What is it that I can do today to make it a better day? Whether that is just waking up in the morning and doing your beds. Yeah. How many of us do that nowadays? Especially in lockdown. Yeah. Wake up in the morning, get your bed ready. That is your achievement. It doesn't have to be a long list, a long to-do list. It's one thing at a time. For example, let's say what is fitness actually? If we talk about fitness, it's that condition of being physically fit, healthy, develop cardio, endurance, muscle endurance, and all that. But more than that, more than the physical side of it, is the mental side of it too. So everything is linked together. It's not just physically fit, it's emotionally, it's mentally, and they're all like a circle. It goes in a cycle. One affects the other. And of course, nutrition as well. So what I want to encourage you, you're in the lockdown. What do? I know you have lectures online. I know a lot of the things we do online, even classes, which is good. I've had a few people saying, I just don't find it motivating to do online or home workouts. So here's number one that you can do. Get out. We are in lockdown, but you can still leave your home, okay? No one said go to your neighbor and do something together, but you can still go for a walk, okay? We all have 24 hours a day. Does anyone have less than that? Not that we know of, yeah? Everyone has 24 hours a day. The difference is, how do we plan the 24 hours? What do we do with it? Imagine you have 24 pounds. We all get 24 pounds. Some of you might just spend it within 10 minutes. Some of you know how to make it last throughout the day. So this is where our health comes as well. So what do we do with our time? We plan it, we schedule it, we manage it, just the way you do that with your money, with your education, and everything else in life. So let's say there is a 5-second rule. Have you ever heard of the 5-second rule? Basically, you have 5 seconds to decide to do something before you change your mind. Okay, so how many of you, I wish I could see you and see hands raised, how many of you stay in bed in the morning, 9 a.m., I'm not even gonna say 7, 9 a.m. thinking, I could do this, and this, but I don't feel like it. Yeah, we can, thanks, we can all relate to that, yeah? Now you have 5 seconds to act on what you've just thought about. The thought hits your head, yeah? You want to do this, you know it's good for you, don't think about it anymore. Get up and do it. If we start practicing that, you're gonna see a lot of things that you want to do ticked on your to-do list, okay? So one, don't let your mind drag you along the day and just think, oh, do I want, or your feelings, better said, act on it. Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about what kind of exercises we can do. For example, there are 2 things that people ask me a lot of the times. Is cardio the best exercise, or is strength training the best exercise? I'll say both. We need both for various reasons. The best exercise is the one that you can do. The best exercise is the one that you do today. So no need to go all into HIIT fitness and HIIT circuits and all that if you know it's too much. First of all, be realistic. Let's see what you can do today. So if today is a busy day and you say, I have half an hour, what is it that I can do in the lockdown? For example, cardiovascular, you can join, if you like to do online classes, you can join one of the online classes or YouTube videos. Have a 30-minute workout where you can do, for example, a cardio-based workout is Zumba fitness. You can find your favorite songs and dance it off. Now, that's not hard work, is it? That's fun. And what happens while you do that, not only that you improve your cardiovascular health, but everything that's cardio-based can help lower blood pressure, regulate blood sugar, reduces chronic pain, and very important, boosts mood. So if you're in a bad mood, if you're dealing with depression, that is the number one you want to think about. It's not how you, I know that the feeling doesn't catch up until after, but it's the decision that will take you and the feeling will catch up. So that is one thing we can do. If you think, I usually ask people, why is it that you want to exercise? Is it for weight loss? Is it for general fitness? What is it that you want to achieve? So whatever your goal is, start with day one. Because if you want to be for example, an athlete, but you've never done anything before, you still start with day one. Go for those runs, go for those walks. So a few things in the lockdown. Let's see who's going to commit to half an hour of cardio, for example, half an hour of a walk, half an hour of a run. If you have a bike, take it out of your shed and start riding it. Go for half an hour of something. Not only it strengthens your immune system, it improves brain power as well, which you'll need for your studies, regulates weight, and it's affordable and accessible. It doesn't cost anything. It only costs you some time. But remember, the time that you're investing in your health is a well-invested time. You want to invest time and maybe sometimes money if you want in improving your health, then investing money and time recovering from an illness. So always think about what is it that's more important to you. Now, if you're not a big fan of running, walking, and you're more of a, okay, weights and let's lift, you can do home-based strength training. I'm not going to ask how much you all weigh, but I'm sure everyone weighs something. And it's usually over 100 pounds, yeah? If you're a healthy being. So at least say 140 pounds, 150 pounds. That is your weight. That is your body weight. Things that you can do such as press-ups, crunches, mountain climbers, bench dips, or being on the side of the sofa dips. There are so many exercises that you can either find on YouTube or you can ask me about it in particular anytime. So the options are there. The question is, what's your excuse? And why do you have an excuse? All right, another thing I would like to say is that, as I said, both of these two, cardio and strength training, are very important. It helps you develop better body mechanics. It improves health. If you know people with type 2 diabetes, or you're one of them, this can reverse it and this can change it. So if you're having any medical issues or injuries, you have to be aware, we have to be careful with that. But if there are any illnesses, dropping some weight, movement is very good for your body. Remember, your body was created to move. Your body was not created to sit 8 to 10 hours and then go home and lay more. You were created to move. So when we're not doing what we're created to do, your body starts to suffer. Another thing, you get to burn more calories. Strength training helps you burn more calories as well. Even after you finish training, your body at its resting rate will burn more calories. So why not? So what is it that is stopping you? Motivation? All right, let's see. What When it comes to motivation, what is it that's stopping us? Lack of time is no longer an excuse because we all have 24 hours. Yeah. If I have time with my million jobs, you have time. All right. Knowledge. You have so many people around you that you can ask. I've even put myself out here. You can ask me anytime. You can go on Google, you can go on YouTube, you can find exercises that work for you. Okay, what other things do we have that might stop us? Working out by ourselves? Yes. Not a lot of people are very into, oh, I'm going to do this by myself and sustain it. Find a partner. Whether you're doing it over Zoom, whether you're doing it over video, whether you're just meeting up in the park and go for a run together, find someone that you can do this with, someone that says, okay, we need to do this together. I'm going to be accountable to you and you're going to be accountable to me. And we're going to do this. We're going to start together. Let's see, what other excuses could we have? Space? No. All you need is a 2-meter space, even for the online classes. Trust me, I am in my own living room. I feel bad for my neighbors, poor people having to listen to my loud, strong nation music and Zumba and all the other ones. Maybe they are joining in without me knowing. But you don't need a lot of space, do you? And all you need is like 2 meters. That's it. So you can lay on the floor, you can move sideways, maybe a step or two, or not even. Plus, apparently the gyms are opening next week. So you're more than welcome to join one. Students have discounted your gym, I believe. So there you go, more of a reason. If you fancy, or if you want to be a gym member and you like equipment and machines and so on. Wonderful. Now, as you know, we normally have a Strong Nation class around this time. Now, what is Strong Nation? Not too many people know about it because it's the newest high-intensity interval training class. What Zumba Network did is find a HIIT class that would cut out the reps. It's boring when someone says, okay, you have 12 more, let's go, 12, 11, 10, and so on. By the time you get to 5 and you think I have 5 more reps, you're done. Everyone knows that music is motivating. So instead of doing the reps to count, we're doing the reps to music. You're going to hear a beat and you're going to keep doing the movement until that changes. Of course, the instructor will tell you when the next move changes. But Strong Nation combines body weight, muscle conditioning, cardio, plyometric training. You know the two that I told you about, the cardiovascular training and the strength training, they're both combined into a Strong Nation class. Now, I know that the ones I usually teach are 1 hour long because I just like to go all out. But there is a version of a 30-minute one. So if you're short on time, if you have children or if you have family or you just have a busy life, do the 30-minute one. How many times a day should you train? A week, say 30 minutes every other day if you can. Ideally it would be 30 minutes per day. But as I said, start with day one. Don't overload yourself. Don't give yourself too much to do. Don't have a huge, I want to change all these things list. Start with day one. If in your day one, for example, let's take today. If today you've made your bed, you're going out for a walk, and you drink a little bit more water than usual, you've achieved something, okay? It's not hard to do, is it? Are we going to struggle to do this? Does it cost us money? Is it going to cost us anything? No. What you're actually doing, you're investing in yourself. And let's prioritize ourselves. Let's prioritize health. Because you live in this body, okay? You're going to need it. You're going to need it to finish your uni degree. You're going to need it to do everyday tasks. You're going to need it. It's not something that you can put to the side and say, oh, I'll take care of it later. No, it's an everyday thing. The more you invest in it, the better it is. The better you feel, the better you look. It's all benefits, 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 benefits. So why not do it? Now, I said a little bit about fitness, but what is health without a healthy eating habit? Now, let's talk a little bit about diet. And when I say diet, I don't mean a strict diet. I don't mean eating cabbage all day long. I mean what you eat on a daily basis. It's your diet. Where do we start? Breakfast. Is it important to have breakfast? Yes. After all those hours of sleep, hopefully you've had some sleep, at least 7, 8 hours. Yeah, not more than 8. You don't need it, but the body needs between 6 and 8 hours to recover. So you want to get plenty of sleep. When you wake up, this is what we need, okay? You need to stay hydrated. Like 60% of your body is made up of water, and you can only live 3 to 5 days without fluids. So it's important. What does it do? It helps flushing waste from your body, regulates your body temperature, transports nutrients, and helps in digestion. Basically, we depend on it to survive. Your every cell, every organ in your body needs water to work properly. So do not neglect it. Now, here are a few signs of dehydration. How do you know you're not having enough water intake? Usually, we just know. Usually, you think about, okay, I've only had a glass and it's 5 p.m. Now, that's an obvious, that's not enough. Okay, having 10 coffees a day doesn't classify as, yes, I'm drinking my fluids. Caffeine does dehydrate us. So your fluids consist in water, pure water. You can have fluids from fruit, from vegetables, from food in general. But let's discuss a little bit about water. So if you're dehydrated, you might have these symptoms, headaches, yeah? If you have a headache, think about it. Okay, did I have enough water? Maybe not. Are you low on energy? You would be surprised if you start your day with water, how much energy that will give you throughout the day. Give it a try. And you'll message me and say, oh, Dorina, you were right. I feel more energetic. Why is it? Because your body needs that to function properly. You go to the toilet. If your urine is dark, then we know we have to make it a little bit more like a lemonade. Think about it this way, more like a lemonade. If it's too clear, you might be overhydrated. I'll tell you about it as well. But yes, if you have a dry mouth, that's a sign of dehydration, dark urine, darker than usual, headaches, fatigue. Do you know what? It gets to the point where you don't even have tears when you're crying. So it's not you being sometimes insensible, but you might be dehydrated. So, but I was asked, is it possible to have too much water? Yes, it is. There is such thing as overhydration that can lead to water intoxication. That happens when the amount of salt and other electrolytes in your body becomes too diluted. Basically, you have so much that it becomes dangerous. A lot of athletes do that usually before marathons and a lot of cycling and all that. It rarely happens, I'm going to be honest, it rarely happens that people are overhydrated unless you're an athlete and you drink a lot before you actually get rid of it through sweat or urine. But there is a thing as too much. Too much would be maybe like over 4 liters a day and not doing anything. And that is when your urine becomes very, very clear. It's not a lemonade color anymore. It's very clear. Yeah, people can die from it, but it's a very, very rare situation. So we don't even need to go into them. But yes, water is very important. Start your day with a glass of water, drink throughout. Another thing I would encourage you, when I was talking to one of my clients, he said, how are you going to tell students how to eat healthy off, I don't know, a pound that they might be able to afford for food? Now, there's this There's this thing that people think that healthy eating is expensive. It doesn't have to be. Home cooked meals sometimes and often cost less than having a takeout, having a McDonald's, going quickly to the shop and buying whatever is cooked. If you cook enough, if you make a big bowl of soup, if you like soup, especially winter coming, have a nice broccoli cream soup. I think some of you will be like, ugh, or whatever vegetables you like, or whatever soup you like. That is a good meal. You can have soup, you can have some croutons. It gives you the water that you need. It gives you the vitamins that you need. That is just one example. I think making a soup doesn't cost anyone more than, say, £5. And that could last you a couple days, okay? So if we split £5 into 2 days, it's £2.50. I'm not saying eat soup only, but it's just an example. It's important to eat 3 meals a day. Give it 5 to 6 hours in between to have enough time for that food to digest. Have some snacks, but don't fall into, oh, I'm not eating, I'm going to lose weight and I'll be fine. Because with the weight you're going to lose health. And then we're back to square one. Think about your body as a machine, okay? As a car, for example. Your body is a car. I don't know how many of you drive here, but I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with it. You're a car. You need all these things to function. You need petrol, you need oil, you need the MOT, have it checked once in a while, yeah? You need to know what needs to be fixed. So you are even more than that. I think the human body is the most complex thing I've ever seen, how it works all together. So what you put in your body on a daily basis will affect you. Now, I always say that doesn't mean only eat clean, don't have any treats, don't have any chocolates, don't have anything like that. What I'm saying, try 80% of the time to have a healthy diet. 80% of the time, try to reduce that sugar intake. Try to reduce the sodas that you drink, the energy drinks, yeah? Try to reduce all that. Now, as I said at the beginning, start with day one. Don't have a very long list. I'm going to do this. Okay. I'll mention that too. So start with day one. What is it that you would like to change today? Cutting calories, cutting fats of your diet can be a simple, how should I say, I'm not going to eat a huge plate of something. I'm going to eat 2 spoons less. That's already cutting some of your calories if you think you're overeating. Okay. Another thing we can do to replace, for example, if you're a big fan of chips, maybe try to put them in the oven instead of deep fried. Okay. These are small tricks. Once again, you're reducing your fat intake. You're reducing all the saturated fats that you don't need and will affect your organs eventually. So put them in the oven, season them as you wish. You can either sprinkle a little bit of cheese on top, and that's already a lot less calories than if you were to go to a fish and chip shop and have a deep fried 200 grams of chips. Okay, small things like this. I'm not saying go on salads only, definitely not. However, it is important that we have enough vitamin intake. Of course, you can take multivitamins and all that, but every person is different. We work as individuals. What I'm saying is general, but if you get a test done and you think, oh, I'm low on vitamin D, which is very common in UK, I guess we can all tell there's not much sun out here. Yeah, definitely not. Then you might just have to supplement there, whether with food or the actual vitamin D. That's all up to you. If you like mushrooms, that's great. I love mushrooms. I would much rather eat 100 grams of mushrooms than have the supplement. But it is your choice, as long as you give your body everything it needs to function properly. So in order to function properly, move. You were created to move. You were created to eat well. and you were created to live life. No, there are so many exercises and fitness classes out there. What I like to do in my business, and my slogan is, let's find what works for you. I qualify in all these various classes for a reason, because not everyone likes to lift weights. Not everyone is comfortable in a gym, and not everyone likes that kind of stuff. So I guess my question to you is, what is it that you like? Or if you don't know what you like, I think it's time to discover. I think it's time to explore different things and see what is it that you enjoy doing the most. Some of you might just like to go for walks. That's fine. 1 hour of a brisk walk will burn you about 300-400 calories, depends how fast you walk. At least 300 calories. If you like a light jog, you can do that. If you don't like running, I'm not a big fan of running, I'm gonna admit. I will do it, but I find it boring after a while. I like all these different things. I'm a big fan of, I enjoy Zumba fitness, I enjoy exercise to music a lot. Once I hear music, I just want to move. So that is what works for me. That is my passion. Of course, I also work out in the gym, lift weights and all that to tone and to develop the muscle, but that is also on the side of everything. So I guess the question is, do you know what you like? What is it that you like? And why not do it? Okay, start today. My challenge to you today is find something that will either get you out of the house or will keep you in the house, but will keep you moving. And maybe share with us throughout the week. Another very important thing is community support. Yeah, I did mention have a body to work out with, have a partner, but it's so important to be part of a community that supports the same thing, that encourages the same thing. There's a saying that if you want to fly like eagles, stop spending time with chickens. If you want to grow and be better at something, you have to surround yourself with people that have the same passion, the same drive, and will encourage you into doing better and better every day. Do you have that community support? If not, you can reach out to Belle, to myself, and trust me, there's a lot of people, and I'm surrounded by a lot of amazing people that inspire me as well. It's not just a one-sided thing. I don't wake up every day having this burning desire to work out. No, I have days when I would love a lay-in. I don't often have that, but I do have days like that. But then sometimes I check my phone and I see what my clients are doing and how passionate they are about it. And that inspires me, that motivates me as well. And I said, that is great. That is great. So find the right people to surround yourself, to have around you. Wonderful. I think, Christina, you were asking something about breakfast. Let me just go into that chat to see it. I really struggle to eat breakfast in the morning. I'm up by 7 a.m. mornings, but usually can't stomach food until 10, 11 a.m., by which time I think I'll just wait till lunch. Okay, now the thing is, okay, I'm back. What you can do, have a small breakfast, if that works for you. Start with a drink. Do you drink coffee? Do you have biscuit with your coffee? Are you replacing your breakfast with a snack? Your breakfast can be a smoothie, can be a handful of fruit, can be a banana and some nuts. If you're not used to having breakfast, start with something small, just to get that body the nutrients it needs. What happens when we skip meals is you tend to overeat the next meal because you're so hungry, you're going to eat more at lunchtime whenever we skip meals. The ideal way of doing it, eat less and more often. That is the easiest. Eat less and more often, even if your breakfast consists in maybe not a toast, not eggs, not anything that's might be heavy for you to start with, but having a smoothie in the morning, a fruit, whatever works for you or whatever you like. But yeah, let me know how you get on with this. And if you need any suggestions and any other ideas, according to what you like, I can help you with that as well. Of course, everyone has different taste buds. Like sometimes I'll have a protein shake on my way to work because I don't have time to eat it. or I woke up too late. It can happen. So what I do, I just put everything in a blender, blend it, take it with me on the way to work, job done. I don't have to spend a lot of time cooking a breakfast or even lunch sometimes. You can have a wrap with a lot of salad, some chicken, and job done as well. So it doesn't have to take a very long time to eat or cook. Depends what kind of lifestyle you have. It's important to try and fit everything in your time and your schedule and around your everyday things. If you're trying to do too much, you're going to be overwhelmed. My encouragement to you is turn this fitness and healthy eating into a lifestyle. If you have children or you live in a house where there are children, they will watch you. They will see what you're doing. Not only that you're investing in your health, but you're investing in theirs as well to start with. Be an example. Be an example and just make it a lifestyle. Go for a walk with them. I love when I loved it, especially in the first lockdown, when parents and kids were all at home. Now I loved it because I wasn't in their situation, bless them, but they were all at home. And I said, you know what? Have a competition in your garden, have a boot camp. Just get out and, be silly, run around, do some flips, whatever the kids are into, rather than being on the computer or playing video games. There are so many ways and great ideas that you can either search for, or you can ask me, how is it that we can make this fun, make it enjoyable and sustainable? Because I think what I'm stressing more is the sustainability of it. I want you to make this part of your lifestyle, of your everyday life, turn it into a lifestyle. It's so much better when you just do it because you like it than you're doing it because you're forcing yourself to do it. As I said, not every day you're going to feel like doing something, but then not every day you're going to feel like waking up and going to work, but that earns you money, okay? Not every day you wake up and feel like studying, but that will give you the degree you want to in order to succeed or do what you love doing. So the feelings will catch up eventually if you keep your eyes focused on why is it that you're doing what you're doing. Taste buds changed as well. Did you know that? You didn't know that. So taste buds, if you are used to eating sweets and fast food, it takes 30 to 60 days to break a bad habit and implement a new one. I say 30 because some people are more determined than others. That's perfectly fine. How does this happen? If you give your body, for example, if you're used to eating sweets all the time, that's what your body will be craving. Try 30 to 60 days, for example, to have your sugar intake from fruit only. You will see that after 60 days, when you have that chocolate bar you used to have, it won't taste the same to you. It will still taste good, but you'll find it maybe sweeter or not really the need to have it as much as you used to. Your taste buds change, just like your habits. What you do more of is what you're getting used to. It's a habit, yeah? You do something every day, you do something every other day, it turns into a habit. If you want to change it, what do we need to do? Do something different every day. You cannot expect to have the same different results by doing the same thing all the time. So you want different results, you want a better life, a better quality of life, a healthier version of you, then you have to start doing something different than what you used to. And as I said, start with day one, start with 30 minutes. If you want to clean a house, make your bed. If you want to feel better about yourself, if you want to feel better physically, go for a walk. You can grab a coffee or a water if you're not used to it, yeah. I drink coffee as well, nothing wrong with that, as long as it's in moderation. As long as it's in moderation, you can have chocolate, coffee, all these other things. But yeah, grab a drink, go for a walk, listen to some music, listen to whatever you want, maybe a motivational speaker, whatever. Something that will invest in your physical and mental health as well. You'll feel better about yourself. The moment you come back home, you'll feel like doing a lot more things. Give this a try. I know it will be a drag, but remember the 5-second rule, okay? Don't overthink it. You thought about, oh, maybe I'll go this afternoon if it doesn't rain. Do it. If it does rain, stay indoors. Now, there are a few YouTube videos that you can follow if you're at home, because I love Strong Nation. I also said there's a 30-minute version of it. If you go on YouTube and you type Strong Nation 30, you'll have a 30-minute video that you can follow. There are also 7-minute workouts, 7-minute Strong Nation workouts that split the routine into upper body, legs and glutes, arms, back and chest, abs and core. So if you don't have 30 minutes to start with 7. Start with 7 to 10 minutes of doing something, whatever that is. If you want, you can find these videos. If you don't find them, you can ask me. I can send them to you, send you the link that you can follow. Let's all set a better example for people around us and just invest in ourselves. And remember, I told you that 80% of your diet should be clean. What about the 20? The 20, have fun. If you want that chocolate once a week, have it. If you want a chocolate cake, if you want a Friday takeaway, you can have that one, as long as it's in moderation. So for example, if you're a pizza fan, and I say, yeah, you can have a pizza this evening, this is your cheat meal, or why not have a little bit? Don't go and buy the extra large and eat it all. That's not what I mean when I say cheat meal. What I mean is moderation, portion size, however, have the one that you like. It won't affect you massively. So still enjoy life, still go out with friends, go out when we're allowed to for a meal or something. You can do that. But be aware that everything you do is for yourself and to invest in yourself. So if you know that too much of something is not good for you, and most of us already know it, it's just being aware of it and remembering it. So always stick to 80%. Let's see, do we have any questions so far? Because I've been talking and talking, and I can talk all day, to be honest. But let's see if we have any questions so far.
And no questions. I think you've answered everything. Thank you so much. That was so good.
Yes, thank you. Well, to be honest, it is my passion. And when I talk about this, I can go on and on and on. And the reason I can go on and on and on is because it had, one, it's changed my life. And it's a lifestyle now. It's not something that I dread doing. It's something I love doing. And so I guess I turned it into a job in the end. It's helping people is very rewarding. And helping you as well is very rewarding. So this is why don't hesitate to send me a message, send me an email, get in touch if you need further advice or just having a chat.
Thank you. So this video will be available for students to watch on Facebook and also on our website. So if you want to go back to it and watch it again, feel free to. And yeah, that was so good. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you as well. It is a pleasure.